You're listening to Heroes in the Moment.
What's up, heroes? I'm Michael.
And I'm Nathan.
And today we're breaking down the Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom trailer.
I can't lie. It's not bad.
Well, it's not a bad trailer. I agree. However, I do have my quarrels. My quarrel is I think they showed too much, in my opinion.
I do. And first of all, I'm cautiously I don't want to say optimistic, but
Right.
I don't know, man. You hear so much stuff about people walking out, and it's been reshot like 3 different times. And then it has a somewhat decent trailer. Like you said, it does show too much. And I do think that a lot of the villains' dialogue is terrible. Like, I want to kill you. I want to take everything from you.
Honestly, I think it's...
But besides that...
I think it's giving Thor Love and Thunder, in my opinion.
You
I
think
really
so?
do. I think the trailer is good, but Thor Love and Thunder's trailer was pretty decent too.
That's true.
But I think to me it's giving that, like, the elements of comedy that are in this trailer feel so stupid that it feels like it's going to be that kind of path, in my opinion. I mean, the trailer's not bad, and I think the villain, I love the idea of Black Manta being the main villain and then going into those. I think that's great.
Yeah.
Love Black Manta as a character. But it just feels very Thor Love and Thunder. The reason I say
feels
this is
cheesy.
it does. And
It
that's
feels
I'm
cheesy.
just trying to be cautious because I know what I've heard. People walking out of the screenings. Yes, it was pre-screenings and they weren't finished the movie, but who knows? Let's just say my expectations are low.
Yeah.
And
that's probably for the best too. I mean, that's how we went in with Blue Beetle.
Exactly.
I mean, it was kind of what we thought it would be.
It was. Yeah, I agree. So maybe this one will be a little bit better in my opinion, but we'll see. So let's get into this trailer. So it starts off, we find out that Aquaman Arthur Curry is a dad now and married. That's out of nowhere.
With who?
I don't. It's Amber Heard's in the trailer, so I know.
Yeah, she has a shot. I don't even know why they're
shot.
giving her that.
I don't know. I don't know why they didn't just cut her. This is the reason this movie's not going to make anything. Is because she's in it. Like literally, this is worse than like Ezra Miller.
Yeah,
right?
I think that's gonna be like you said, a similar situation, but a lot worse.
Well, a lot worse because nobody likes Amber Heard.
Yeah.
People, Ezra Miller, like they didn't really care that much.
Boycott the Flash
because
over
of that.
too.
And then you see Amber Heard, like the only reason me and you were going to see it ourselves is because we could break it down, honestly. Because otherwise, I probably would still because I'm a fan.
I think honestly I would too.
Just to see, right? Just to see how it's like. But with Amber Heard, I can't stand her, so I mean, it's a lot more difficult to go see it. But I love Jason Momoa, so I'm coming for him.
Yeah,
absolutely,
for sure.
We find that out, and he's back home. We got Tamora Morrison, his dad, training him. I love Tamora Morrison. I think he's incredible in this role here.
Yeah,
and then we find out his dad, and this whole scene to me just seems like when he's getting that baby's about to pee on him, like in that one scene, like he's changing the diaper.
Typical
that's
baby
gonna happen.
stuff.
Typical baby stuff. Except this baby's gonna be like special because it has like water abilities. You know what I'm saying? So it'll have like. I don't know. It'll be weird.
They'll put him in the tub and it'll start swimming. They're like,
what? Like, no way. He's an Aqua Baby.
So
if they say Aqua Baby in this movie, I will die.
Yeah, kind of like a Jack situation. He just has like every power.
Except Jack Jack's incredible.
Yeah, dude, Jack is goated,
a legend, man.
He's
Love
so powerful.
Me some Jack. But then we get some Jason Momoa, and we see his Aquaman still has some. He still drinks a lot, and very much.
His body don't show it though. No. That's impressive.
And then we get Atlantis, and I still think this is one of my favorite comic accurate costumes to date. I love the look. I think
the gold and the
green,
the
gold and green. I think that's incredible.
Awesome.
I love it. And I'm so glad that they've gone that route. And we see bits and pieces of Atlantis, and honestly, Atlantis looks good.
It looks really cool. The CGI looks pretty decent.
It looks good.
I can't lie.
I agree. I think they've worked hard on it, and I think it's got potential. But then we get another scene. This is the main scene right here that gives me Thor: Love and Thunder, just because you see his suits literally hanging on dry racks. Yeah. That killed me. I'm like, it's a water suit. Like, why would you hang? I don't know. I mean, that just was stupid.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell he's coming out. He has a hangover and he's grabbing his suit. Like,
it's just leaving it up to dry.
I'm not.
I mean, to be honest, I don't see why they need to deviate too much from the first one because the first one, like, it wasn't that comedic and it made $1 billion. It wasn't,
and it's a good movie. And
it could stay pretty much the exact same, and people would still turn out to go see it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Without being creative,
it's a shame. And this movie, it's weird. Like you said, we said this in a couple podcasts ago that I think. You thought that this would be the greatest drop between a first movie and a sequel. And I
think that's possible. Yeah.
Prediction right now, box office. I think max 400 million. In my opinion, max.
I think max. Ooh, 400 is tough. Yeah. I could see realistically anywhere around 5. I don't think more than 6. Like I said, the big 2 reasons: number 1, Amber Heard. Number 2, like the first movie took place in the DCEU. So like, what incentives are there for us to go see it now that the DCEU is no longer a thing? It's like, why should we care about Jason Momoa? Do we even know if he's in the DCU? You know,
we don't. And the reason I also
it's
say
like Shazam 2 kind of. It's
yeah,
like there's no
does.
incentives really.
I completely agree. And the Flash didn't even make 400 million. And the Flash didn't make it.
It was the worst performing movie in the box office ever.
And it's not even the worst DC movie, which is weird.
Not. I still think it was decent.
It's a decent.
I had a
it's
good
okay,
time watching it,
but it didn't make a lot of money at all. And
it
if
made
the
like
Flash
200 mil. Yeah,
the Aquaman's not going to make near that.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see with that again. So we see now he is king of Atlantis, as it is comic accurate. It looks great. He's standing over the kingdom with his Triton. Love that. I think that's really cool. And it says like
dope.
500 million people live in Atlantis. Wow.
Yeah,
that's a big population.
That's like 500 million people.
That's a
right.
lot.
That's 500 million.
I was thinking about like I wonder how big Atlantis is to like
dude.
have that.
And like, how come we haven't discovered it? Because I fully believe Atlantis was like an actual city that just got like submerged. Yeah, I think it'd be so cool to find it.
I would say it's potential. Yeah, absolutely. Because I was looking at that the other day. I was thinking about like, a lot of this stuff, like cities and how does it work. Like Los Angeles. You know how many restaurants are in Los Angeles?
How many?
30,000.
In Los Angeles?
In Los Angeles.
30,000?
That's more than the state of Tennessee.
Really?
The state of Tennessee has 13,000.
No, they have over twice as much as we do?
Like,
the city of
nuts.
LA.
The city of LA.
Well, they don't have... Never mind, we don't...
They have so many people. I'm like, how do you walk? But anyway.
Yeah, that's wild, dude.
Blew my mind.
That's
I'm like,
wild.
where do you fit these places?
30,000, yeah.
And then all the business and stuff. Anyway, that's a tangent. But
yeah.
anyway,
and they start thinking about the Roman Empire, too.
Dude, yeah. I mean,
it's because
Atlantis, of the Roman Empire that we
maybe
have
the
this.
Roman Empire took down Atlantis.
They did.
Honestly,
100%.
think about it, yeah.
Like Pompeii.
Yeah.
Like,
they just like,
Atlantis.
they drowned them.
They did. Instead of the volcano, they drowned
They
them.
just poured a bunch of water on their city.
And
then it fell.
Dumped
yeah,
it.
just a bunch of cups. The Roman soldiers.
And it just collapsed. I agree. The Roman Empire is the reason of this collapse. Completely agree.
That's great.
Then we get some more spectacular images of Atlantis. But I honestly think like the look of this is incredible. But I don't think anybody to date has done it like Wakanda Forever did with their land. I don't even know what they called it.
Yeah.
But they did it so well.
They did it great, man.
I love that movie.
The whole like breathing underwater.
Oh, yeah, it was so cool.
It just felt original, authentic. It felt like realistic.
And it did. And they adapted it as if they were like Aztecs too. Yeah. Which was really cool.
And that was a wild mix, but they made it work.
They made it work really well. So hopefully we can see some of that adaptations here as well. But we'll have to wait and see, obviously, with the movies. So then we got some kind of tournament going on. They're cheering. They got like something. Maybe they're going with the Roman Empire kind of Coliseum kind of look.
Yeah,
I don't know. Everything relates back to the Roman Empire, man. And then we get Black Manta, and I love Black Manta as a villain. I think he was great in the first movie.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
I agree, and I think him now with the coming in for the second one to be, and isn't this guy the guy who's going to be playing Wonder Man?
Wonder Man, yeah.
Yeah. So I think I like the guy. So I like the look here that he's going to be the villain.
But man, the dialogue they gave him was not it, dude.
It wasn't it.
It was like,
I agree.
I'm gonna kill you, and I'm gonna
all
kill everything you love, and I'm gonna kill all your family. I'm gonna take. It's like, bro, stop.
And yeah,
we've seen this before.
And then we see Mother Nicole Kidman.
In my eyes, she belongs in an empty AMC theater.
That's exactly right. In my mind, she is just the theater woman.
She's the only one watching the movie.
She's the reason we go to the movies.
She's the reason we go. Literally. We actually leave after
we do. We pay our money, go in, sit down, watch Nicole Kidman, then leave because we're satisfied.
Exactly. Exactly. So we don't even go see different movies. We just see the same movie
we
again and again.
Nicole Kidman, and we haven't memorized. That's funny. All right, so we see her going in here, and I think what I've heard that she's going to be more the female-centric lead in this movie, and it's where Amber Heard obviously is going to be taking it down, peg, which they need to. Obviously, I would have just cut her, in my opinion. But then we see a more serious part of the trailer, which I thought was fitting, but I didn't appreciate that they showed it in the trailer, and that being his house is burning down. He's like, he's really coming for me. This is actually a threat. All good stuff. However, I just wish they didn't show it here.
Like spoilers, that probably guaranteed that happens like halfway through the second act.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So like now 100%. You know how the movie's starting, you know how it's gonna go, and then you see the final battle, and you're like, what?
I mean, this movie is very predictable. I agree. It starts out and everything's all happy and dandy. He's got a new family. Everything's going good.
Atlantis.
He's ruling Atlantis. Everything. Black Manta comes along, takes over Atlantis, kicks him out, burns everything. And Nicole Kidman gets captured. Tamora Morrison dies. 100% guaranteed.
A father has to die.
Father has to die, and then he is going to be lost in himself. His place burned down. Everything he loves gone. He's going to be absolutely destroyed for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he comes back
once
in.
Evil brother.
And then he goes into his brother to get help.
Yeah.
And they help each other take back Atlantis.
If you think about it, low key, it's kind of like Thor 2. Like with Thor, kind of like recruiting Loki's up the bad guy at that time.
It is kind of Thor 2
take over the big threat.
And Thor 2 wasn't good. So.
No. No, it wasn't.
So we'll see if they do it better. I mean, I like the plot that I just gave. I think it's a decent plot.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
But we'll just have to see if they execute it well.
Yeah.
Which we'll see. And I love Black Manta's suit. I must say, he looks incredible. I think the laser blast.
Yeah, he looks awesome. The green
accurate.
trident and everything. He
I love
good.
it. I think that looks cool. All great. Got director James Wan. I think he's a talented director, in my opinion. I think he's a solid director.
Did he do the first one?
He did the first one.
He does. I think the best compliment I can give him is he does the generic superhero films pretty well.
Yes.
You know, like when you go see a movie, you're not expecting anything crazy, but you know, like he's gonna, deliver that same kind of product that he has before.
But he also did some like big ones like The Conjuring and some of those as well. So, I mean,
that's wild.
I think he's pretty talented. So we'll have to see what he does here if it's the same level. Then we get Black Manta's more powerful than ever before. I didn't like that. I thought that was a generic.
Yeah.
We've seen that a million times.
And then he has a bigger obstacle to overcome with Aquaman.
Yep. And then we see this part of the movie that feels very out there, but we get an Aquaman stealth suit, which I think that's kind of sick. It turns invisible.
I've never heard of that.
I think that's cool. And then he goes in and breaks his brother Orm out of prison, otherwise known as Ocean Master, the villain of the first movie.
The Ocean Master. That's such a dumb name.
I think it's cool. I mean, he's the Ocean
so?
Master. And then we see him go in an epic fight against...
it beats like 4 dudes at once, don't he?
Just jumps way up in there, and then he's like, high five, brother! And he's like, no! I hate you!
I don't know. I feel like they showed way too much of those two and their chemistry on screen. Like last time I saw him, like the dude was evil.
Yeah, they were hating
each other. And now like they're kind of buddy. It's like what?
No, I know.
What is happening?
They're gonna have a lot to do there. And that whole scene like felt very like Lost City kind of like it felt out of place.
Yeah.
It likes like they're going on a treasure hunt. Like if that's what it feels like in this particular scene. He goes and tackles his ancient ruins, makes a bridge, and
he's like kings build bridges, and then he kicks it down.
It's funny though, like the way he hit it, just fall back. It was funny, but like
I swear he could jump that.
I know he could.
He's done that before.
Yeah, he could do it, but maybe his brother can't.
Yeah,
but yeah, again, like he's just
he's
running,
not
laughing.
The air master. He's
the Ocean Master. He got no ability on
if there's water,
no shot.
He would have been fine.
But again, that scene also felt very Thor: Love and Thunder-esque. So that's again a negative for me. And we already they already showed Jason Momoa's character and or Aquaman and the Ocean Master get captured. I don't know why they would show that in the trailer.
Yeah,
but they get captured by Black Manta. Black Manta confronts him, and they're like, he's different now once again. And then they tell the whole story. I think they should have completely cut that out of the trailer. Save that for the movie. Because it's like they got the 7 Tritons. It's like they're copying Lord of the Rings. And then
exactly.
You have this villain who has this great, powerful, evil Triton.
One
and I'm like,
overall.
Come on, man.
Where does this come from?
Like, where have you gotten that?
That seems real original. The 7 Tritons.
The 7 Tritons. Should have saved that movie.
Yeah.
The one that, let's see, actually, in this Triton, was it Curse Upon Them All?
Like... dude,
Come on.
What they just should have done is make 2 Tritons. Like, make you believe the one that Aquaman had was the only one. Then, by the way, he had a twin brother who is evil. That would have been $20 better.
Says this opening battle between like the ancients is the opening scene of the film, and they got like all this, and then they're like, you got a narrator in the background. It's Nicole Kidman.
He cuts off his hand.
Yeah, it's
something.
Nicole Kidman, and then she's like, once there were 7 Tritons. And the 7 kingdoms went against each other. And I'm like, oh, where have I seen this?
It's an AMC ad in the middle of it.
To make it even better. 99% of Rotten Tomatoes right there.
Yeah, 99% easily.
But guarantee it. If that's the start of this movie, I'm legit going to be like, are you kidding me?
I know, dude. That's such a...
Lord of the Rings right there.
That's terrible.
That's so funny, though. So we see that. We see Black Manta rising over the burning lighthouse. So he clearly kills Tamora Morrison right in this scene in particular. We see a cool fight between the 2 Tritons of Black Manta and Aquaman. And this scene in particular, I'm excited for this part of the movie because I think it looks sick in my personal opinion. And then we got the whole motif, one king will lead us all, and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And apparently I've been hearing some rumors and stuff. You sent this to me that James Wan is actually brought into this movie elements from the canceled Trench movie that should have never even been greenlit in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean, thank goodness it was canceled because that movie been horrible.
Yeah, we did
and
not
no
want to see
interested.
that.
Nobody wanted to see that. So he's bringing in elements of that, and he said that it was supposed to be like a secret Black Manta movie. So they're bringing those elements in. So I think that's kind of cool. We'll go back to the trench and like really explore it a little bit more. But thankfully, it's from Aquaman's perspective and not like from some rando's perspective that we have no interest in.
Yeah.
So that's also a benefit there. And yeah, so the trailer just ends with a bunch of fighting and just December the release date and things like that. So overall, like you said, I mean, this trailer is not bad.
Yeah.
But to me, again, it gives too much. It feels like it's copying a lot of things once again. DC's known for that.
Yeah.
And I'm just very hesitant. For this movie.
So our advice would just be be a little pessimistic. Just be cautious.
A little bit cautious.
Be cautious.
I completely agree. So super early out of 10. What we think for Aquaman?
Honestly, dude, I'm gonna go with I think best case scenario. I think this movie's gonna get a 7. Best case, but I'm gonna go with 6 right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 6 as well. I would say lower, but again, I don't know nothing about this movie. I'm gonna give it the solid 6 and just be like, okay, this is what I'm expecting.
Yeah.
If it goes up, amazing. If it goes down, then obviously
just based solely on that trailer. But like you said, it showed too much. If they cut out probably half of that, gave us like a minute 30, who knows?
It could be a lot better. But we'll have to wait and see how this movie goes.
All right, guys. If you enjoyed this episode, let us know by giving us a review and a download. Our podcast, Here's in the Moment, is available on all major podcast platforms, so check it out. If you want to stay up to date with our new episodes, our updates, our announcements, check out our Instagram at Here's in the Moment.
And we just want to thank you all for listening. And as always, we love you 3000.